We're we are here. Not a terrible hair day. This is not going to be a long one. A couple minutes actually. We got some patients coming in and want to get this day going. So really just talking about getting nitty gritty, getting into the details, specifically when it comes to like your own programming, your own whether it's your wellness programming, your rehab programming, your prehab programming. Um, the basics are key. We've talked about how people can get wrapped up in some of the minor details, spend a lot of time focusing on some of the issues or some of the bits of the training process or the pain process that doesn't really move the needle as much as you think. Because you spend a lot of money on a little tool doesn't necessarily mean that tool is going to do the job. Although the tool will probably tell you so. But contextually, we got to take a bigger picture in mind and understand that as long as we're moving the entire system, our body in the case of most prehab or medicine kind of scenarios, we're moving that forward, even if along the way we stumble on an ankle injury, a back thing, something that will stop us from being able to pursue what we're trying to do at the most full intensity. But that's okay. When we feel those things, we need to take note. We say, all right, well, what part of this is somewhere where I can work, somewhere where I can add some efficiency or reduce some work that doesn't necessarily add to the system. And that in turn changes your energy expenditure so that good energy, good effort can be spent on the things that actually advance your health. And in most cases, those are actually moving, loading your body, changing base support, speed, load in ways that make a lot of sense, understanding that those variables are like sliders in a video game. I mean, if you've ever played a game where you're creating a person and you want to make them super strong, but then they get big and whatever. So you have that base of support slider, which is basically like your balance. You have how fast things are happening around you. That's another one. And then you have load. And there's probably other things that you could use to increase intensity. Certainly tempo is another one. Certainly volume is another. But as you increase the intensity or increase the slider side on any one of those variables, the ability of the other systems to hold on will become more difficult. So you're talking about high speed, high load, high balance, high coordination activities. Well, you better have a pretty good movement account for that. So that's fine. But if you don't, if we're just trying to keep moving on the softball field or some flag football, and you try to operate at those levels with the sliders all the way over, you're just near that area of we call it movement inefficiency or overdrawn our account. That's pain and that's dysfunction. So those are the basics on like keep it all moving forward. Listen to the details. Don't pay all full attention to those details, but address them as they go. And how at us, if you have questions about how to become more efficient, how to improve your rehab programming, your prehab programming, or just to get yourself back to the things you have been missing out on. All right, guys, that's it. I got to run. We are taking care of folks today. Have a great one. Cheers.